Alright, today we're going to be looking at dividing decimals by a whole number, which corresponds to 11.3 in our textbook. Alright, first thing we need to know is what does it mean when we're dividing a decimal by a whole number. So I have 21 and 5600ths divided by 4. So my divisor out here is my whole number. So let's take a look to see at how we're going to do this. So here's my how-to steps. All I need to do is write my decimal point of my quotient right above the decimal point in my dividend. So again, here's my decimal point. I'm just going to drag my decimal point straight up. So when I do that, I'm going to make my decimal point nice and big right here, right above this. Then all I'm going to have to do is divide as I would normally divide. So it's after I've drug my decimal point up, I don't have to worry about it anymore. And if you need to, you can think about Paula Abdul's song, Straight Up. So whenever we are dividing a decimal, you can think of this. So Paula Abdul says straight up. So we're going to take that decimal point and move it straight up. And then we're just going to divide normally. Let's take a look at some example problems. So we're going to take 1 and 8 thousandths divided by 3. So very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my decimal point straight up here. So I'm going to make that nice and big so I can see it. How many times does, and then I'm going to divide normally. So how many times does 3 go into 10? 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to subtract here. That leaves me with 1. I have to pull my 0 down. So now I'm thinking, how many times does 3 go into 10? 3 goes into 10. We just answered that 3 times. I'm going to subtract 9 again. I'm going to have 1, and this time I'm going to bring my 8 all the way down. How many times does 3 go into 18? 3 goes into 18 6 times. 3 times 6 is 18. So my final answer is 336 thousandths. And we can check that by taking that into the calculator. And I see that my final answer is 336 thousandths. Alright, so you're going to try this one now. 21 and 56 hundredths divided by 4. So hit pause, try that out, and then we'll check our answer together. Alright, remember, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my decimal point up, straight up. So I'm going to drag that bad boy right here. Now I'm going to divide normally. So I'm going to group, see how many groups of 4 can go into 21? Well, 5 can. 5 times 4 is 20. Now I'm going to bring down my 5. How many groups of 4 can go into 15? 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Let's subtract those. Bring down my 6. How many times does 4 go into 36? 9. 4 times 9 is 36. So I have nothing left over. Let's get our handy dandy little calculator out and check that bad boy. 21 and 56 hundredths divided by 4 equals 5 and 39 hundredths. Alright, this time, remember, money is decimals, so we're going to take a look at $9.09 divided by 9. Exact same process. I've got a decimal point, so I'm going to pull my decimal point straight up. How many times does, and then divide normally. How many times does 9 go into 9? 1 time. So I have 9 that I'm subtracting, which is 0. Bring my other 0 down. How many times does 9 go into 0? 0. 9 times 0 is 0. So I subtract my 0. Bring my 9 down. How many times does 9 go into 9? 1. Since this is a money problem, what am I going to need to put in front? Gotta put my $sign in front. Now I know that $9.09 divided by 9 is $1.01. And again, we can check that real fast. Let's double check our work. 1.01. Awesome. Alright, now you're going to try this one. $1.04 divided by 2. So hit pause on your video and you're going to try this one out. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, pull my decimal point straight up. Oops, then put a pin on. Got the decimal point there. It looks like 2 doesn't go into 1, so I'm going to go to make it 10. So how many times does 2 go into 10? 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to be subtracting 10. Pull my 4 down. How many times does 2 go into 4? 2 times. So my final answer, sorry, if I subtract 4 here, 0. So my final answer is going to be 52 cents. And let's think about that in terms of money. 2 people owe me 52 cents. I can also just add these together. 4 and 10. So that's going to be $1.04. So I know that my answer is correct. And those were our problems for dividing decimals by a whole number. Remember, just pull that decimal point straight up.